and the Bad Boy Records thing. There was a beef that kind of started and ignited back in the 90s. So I guess they took advantage of the current situation to throw a little shade, and that was enjoyable. In
Nice.
some hands, you know, uh, in place of ODB was Old Dirty Bastard's son, who performed all of his portions, and that's always great to see him because I mean, God, this kid looks just like him.
Really?
It's so crazy, it's so crazy. I mean, he's even inhabited the hairstyle. I mean, everything. It was just I mean just a really good show. Like I said, especially if you're part of this middle aged group like me, man. It was
Ah,
really nice.
hold the phone. Hold the phone. Okay. YouTube is still live. For some reason, Facebook just crapped out on us.
Oh no. Do you want to take a little break and see if you can get it back up, or you just want to keep going?
Just keep going. I'll get a Facebook feed up. Oh shit! I don't want to do that. Oh. We will be right back. Oh man, welcome back, everyone. Kinda, sorta, I guess. I don't know, no idea what happened. The Facebook stream went down. YouTube's been up. Thank you guys for waiting. And I was able to go back and check out the Facebook feed, and like it ended right as soon as I introduced you. So like. They got the whole Wu-Tang on the Summer Games Fest. Didn't hear shit after that.
Okay, well, all right, let's run it back. And perfect timing, because the women's of the French Open is just came to a conclusion, and I'll update you guys on that in a minute. But let's finish our talk about the Wu-Tang Clan. As I previously stated, the Wu-Tang Clan was at CFG Bank Arena last night, and man, it was a show for all of my fellow middle-aged folks, man. I mean, if you're a hip-hop fan, especially of the early 90s, like the golden age, then you already know 36 Chambers is in the I don't even know what you call it, like the hip-hop guild, if you will. But it's definitely a classic, and it was really great. And I mean, everybody was in full effect. They gave you a little history. A lot of Wu-Tang fans know how important and the significance of the purple tape. They did a little name dropping on Puff Daddy, who was just, they've had a lifelong beef with Puffy and Bad Boy. So, given the current situation, the current circumstances, that was it was quite entertaining. And one of the best parts about it was, the old dirty bastard who is no longer with us, his son performed all of his pieces, and it's really wild, because I mean, he looks just like ODB. I mean, he's even, taking over the hairstyle and everything, man. So it was just, it was a great show. And Run the Jewels opened for them. I'm a big Killer Mike fan. He is very conscious, very outspoken, has some great views on society, as well as political views. He's very popular in that regard. So it was just a great show all around, man. I really enjoyed myself. And it's so crazy, because I don't know what it is. It's like something up with this year in Baltimore. It has really been popping as far as shows, concerts. I mean, all the goings-ons. I mean, just last week, or like a week or two ago, we had Fantasia and, Little Brother and everybody down there at Artscape. And, now we had Caitlin Clark and the Fever come through. Now we got the Wu-Tang Clan. And today is the launching of a once-a-month festival that will be taking place, in the summer. It's called the Baltimore by Baltimore Concert on the Waterfront Festival. It's absolutely free. It takes place at the Inner Harbor Amphitheater. A lot of people, you may know this if you're in the 410. This is the location where they have the ice skating rink in the winter, and the Christmas Village during the holidays. Okay. Yeah. So they're bringing the amphitheater back. There used to be performances there back in the day, but with the recent decline of the Harbor Place, there hasn't been much going on. So, big shout out to Mayor Scott for rejuvenating it. And this month is they're calling it Pride on the Waterfront. So they will have oh my goodness, I'm going to try to get this right. And, I am so ashamed, because I'm a member of this community. The LGBTQIA. And then I'm going to say plus, just in case I forgot anybody, man. It's so much going on. Community. So, one of the local artists that I am familiar with and have met previously, Dapper Dan Midas. He's a great performer, heavy club music influence, and some others will be out there.
Yeah. Keisha, don't tell me you dropped off again.
But now,
there you are.
It was okay. You hear me? You got me?
Yeah. You blinked out there for a few seconds. What's going on?
And Serena Sabalenka, number 1. I'm a big fan of hers too, but my heart will always be with Coco. She just took down Sabalenka in 3 sets for her second major title in her young 21-year-old career. And her career is not 21 years old. She's 21 years old. Let me clarify that. But extremely emotional time. The Black Girl Magic is in full effect, man. And just as the feed cut out, she won the final 2 points, so I got to scream and holler because Mark, I was walking around pacing, and I did not know if I was going to be able to hold my composure during the feed. You know how much I love tennis. You know how much I love her. I don't know. Maybe the man upstairs stepped in and worked a little bit of the magic.
Maybe.
Yeah.
You've been in the middle of something entirely different. You've just been like screaming and cursing. Huh.
Yes. So let's keep it going. We're going to try to cram a lot into this little bit of time, but first things first, happy Pride Month, everybody. And, I have to say this. I mean, we really don't go political that often here in this show, but I'm going to do it today. Mark, I am going to do it today. You know why? Because this has got to be one of the best Pride months in all of Pride history.
Wow.
Because, quote unquote, the girls are fighting. I don't know if you know. This is like everything for us. I mean, my social media, I've been trying to stay away from Trump. I've been trying to stay away from the Diddy trials and everything, just because it's so much and just so heartbreaking on so many levels. But finally, we got some joy, and how perfect is it for this to be going down, a complete implosion between the bromance of Elon Musk and Donald Trump, or 45 of it, I like to call him. It's absolutely insane. And, if you haven't been if you've been cutting off and unplugging as much like I have, please go on social media, because the internet is relentless. And if you want get some good laughs, lift your spirits up, depending upon what side you're on. But man, Mark, I mean, I know that you've kind of been enjoying all the goings-ons as well.
Oh yeah. I just sent you a meme, actually. Maybe I'll post it to the show page after.
Yeah.
But it's been interesting. Social media's been interesting, and I mean, everyone said from day one that's what was going to happen. Like, everyone saw it coming. No, it's the greatest thing ever. And they were warned. And think about all those other things they were warned about. It's going to come to pass.
Yes, absolutely amazing. It's just a complete meltdown. Twitter feud. I mean, I've seen comparisons of, this is like the Kendrick Lamar Drake beef, but with 2 Drakes.
I saw that.
That's perfect. I think that's like the perfect.
Yeah, that's a good comparison. Keisha.
It's like, Jesus, this man was high out of his mind damn near every day. It was just nuts. It's just really enjoyable for those who have been suffering these first 6 months of the year. And keep going on about it. We piss some people off, but I for one have really been enjoying the recent events regarding the administration.
Yeah, definitely.
Absolutely. Let's take it back to sports. Man, we're going to keep it with what's going on around town. We're going to talk about a different bromance, one that is just very unlikely, but has caught fire and has been grabbing a lot of people's attention. And it has to do with our very own Derrick Henry, King Henry, running back for the Baltimore Ravens. And apparently, and I don't know if you knew this because I surely did not, Derrick Henry is a big Adam Sandler fan.
Yeah, I didn't know that either until, really, I hadn't even heard of the whole situation until you said something.
Yeah. So apparently, I think it was... I think it was like a Dan Patrick show or something like that. Derrick Henry had made an appearance on the show recently, and Henry says, Dan, I know that you have contact with Adam Sandler. Please tell this guy that I'm a big fan of his, which was an eyebrow raiser for me when I'm reading about it. I'm like, wow, and apparently, Patrick relayed the message, man, and I think it was yesterday, while he was in training camp, doing his practice and doing his damn thing, he gets a phone call. They bring him the phone on the field in the middle of practice. Now, that's got to be a big deal.
Yeah.
Somebody brings you the phone. It's either the fucking president, the owner of the organization. It's somebody. And I don't know if he was thinking, Jesus, what the hell did I get traded? Or, who knows, what was going on. But they call him, and it's Adam Sandler on the phone. And
they showed him a video, yeah.
Oh yeah, video, yeah. And Adam Sandler is tells him how much of a fan that he is of Derrick Henry, and he tells him, and this has now taken over as one of the biggest bets outside of the Super Bowl winner. He tells him, "I'm a big fan of you, big guy. If you get 2,000 yards, you're going to have a role in my next movie." Now, how is that for incentive for Derrick Henry to bust some ass this year, yo? I mean, now everybody's taking all sorts of, I don't even know what the odds are, even if there's a prop bet out there, but everybody's talking about this over under 2,000 yards now. And it's just completely taken over the NFL, which is, just a whole lot of fun. We love taking it just a bit outside, and you can't go, more JABO than that. I mean, it's just really been awesome. Really been awesome and lots of fun. And, Mark, I got to say, I'm really happy for King Henry because he is now in a situation where he's, his talents are really being rewarded and appreciated.
Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah, and I know he's probably more happy than any of us
hell yeah,
to be in the situation that he's in.
Yeah. Now, I got to ask the tough question.
Sure.
In the history of the NFL, there's only 9 players to break 2,000, and not a single one of them has done it more than once. Do you think the King has it in him?
I think so. You call me a homer. I don't care. He's just, man, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and say it. He's an anomaly when it comes to running back.
Yeah.
This guy's got some miles on him. And, at this point, and I would say maybe even a little bit before now, you start to see the breakdown. You know what I mean when I say that?
Yeah.
As far as physical performance and athletics, and it does not, it does not look as if he is missing a beat. He's not missing a step, and I hope more and more players adopt this lifestyle because, and Mark, I know you know this. He is just as intense with his body care, with the care of his body, as LeBron James.
Yep.
Spends millions of dollars on nutrition, science, doctors, all of these things, to make sure that he, preserves his body for as long as he can. So, he's legit like the LeBron James of the NFL. It needs to be studied. And, all that to say, yeah, man, if LeBron James is still out here breaking records, why not Derek?
And, hey, they got an extra game. 17 games now. It's all in his favor.
Definitely doable.
You gotta check the schedule, but I wonder if that last home game is in Baltimore, and you gotta figure if he's close, then Adam Sandler's got to be at that game.
Oh hell yeah! And looking at it from a season ticket PSL owner standpoint, that game, those ticket prices are going to be insane. If that is the case,
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh my God, it's just really awesome and lots of fun. Good things for the Ravens. We've Jesus, man, I'm sorry. I just saw that thing popped up that you sent me on the phone, Alien vs. Predator. I'm sorry. Yeah, you gotta put that up on the show page. Okay. Sorry, guys. I'm sorry. Let me get back on track here. So yes, Ravens. Let's talk about Orioles really quickly. They're doing well. Holy hell! We've got so much good things going on. We got to keep the good vibes going. I believe before last night's L, the Orioles were on a 6-game winning streak.
Yep.
Which is a huge turnaround. We recently dealt with the firing of, I have blocked this guy from my memory already. What was his name?
Brandon Hyde.
Yeah, Brandon Hyde. I was so ready to let him go. We talked about it on the show. We talked about, what effect this would have on the squad, and things have been looking pretty good.
Yeah.
I believe we're still below 500. We still got a lot of work to do. But if you're Orioles fans, given the last week and a half, you've got a lot of good things to look forward to, and kind of hope has kind of been restored somewhat. We got a series against the A's. Like I said, they dropped the game last night. No worries. But believe it or not, the A's have been playing just as horribly as the Orioles. So, we have another opportunity to take another series. So, good luck to our guys out there. And, hopefully they can get the job done.
Hell yeah. They, the Baltimore Banner, they have a story. I haven't read it yet because they're behind a paywall. But, as much as Brandon Hyde put on a good face for the media, apparently there was a lot of turmoil in the back. And
really?
Something someone pointed out in a comment that kind of stuck with me and said, okay, that kind of does tell the atmosphere, was even players weren't high-fiving him whenever we got home runs and stuff. And that just tells you he lost the locker room. He lost that clubhouse.
Oh, shit.
Right?
That's kind of, I would say, I'm surprised by that.
Yeah. It makes you wonder what was going on behind the scenes.
Yeah. And you know what? Also, the Baltimore Orioles we're a blue collar town. It's a blue collar team. And you know what? One of the good things about having a nice blue collar team with no big personalities and whatnot, you never hear about things like that.
Yeah.
You know, because I mean, as a fan, it's already hurtful when your team is just like severely underperforming.
Yeah.
Right? But then when you start throwing in rumors and fighting and, oh, well, this happened and then, it just makes everything all the more worse for the team, for the city, for the fans, everybody. So, I will tip my hat off to the Orioles in that part for keeping things close to the chest, under the wraps, and not, letting it become a complete clusterfuck of a situation. Right. Because, you know how that went with the former ownership with that family. They were nuts. I mean, it was something crazy going on every week, and you're just like, dude, I mean, when it comes down to it, it's embarrassing.
Right.
So, good things with that. Orioles are making a turn for the better. Let's keep them in our prayers that they keep this thing going.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. So, let's see here. Let me take a look. What else we got on the menu? Okay. I'm gonna save the booty huff moment of the week for last.
Okay.
You know where I'm going with that one.
I hope so.
But let's talk NBA Finals.
Okay.
All right. So, game one is in the books of two very unusual suspects, but have been doing great the whole season. Okay. I don't know if there's ever been I don't have to say I don't know. I do know. There's never been an Indiana Pacers Oklahoma City finals.
Right.
I know that, Spike Lee was, feeling like he wanted to jump off a building, but, he's out there in France right now at Philippe Chatrier Stadium watching Coco, gave her hugs and congratulations. So, he has something that he can hold on to with all of that heartbreak with the Knicks. But back to the game, we have game one in the books. OKC was heavily favored.
Yep.
And I don't know if it's so much as they dropped the ball or if, God, dare I say it, the Indiana Pacers are a team of destiny.
They got some kind of magic juju working on them.
Yes, because these last minute, heroics over and over again by Tyrese Halliburton, or what they're starting to call him. I mean, he's got names now. I mean, they've been calling him Halliban, what the Halliburton. I mean, it's everything. But the one thing that you better call him is clutch. He has done this time and time again.
Right.
And, I don't know if we mentioned it. No, we did, because we didn't talk about it last show. It's been like 2 weeks. But Mark, if I was an OKC fan, I'd be terrified right now.
Yeah?
Yeah. I would be terrified right now. Okay? And let me just tell you, you let me know if you agree or disagree. This Indiana Pacers team, they are big. There are some grown men out there, and they are not going to, you're going to have to really keep the foot on the neck of this team. They are not going to bullshit. They are not going to pull Anthony Edwards. They are not going to pull Rudy Gobert. I mean, they are consistently going to try to spoil these things. I mean, it's absolutely evident. I think game one, I might have fallen asleep in maybe like in the third quarter, late in the third quarter. And I'm just thinking, okay, it looks like OKC is going to take this thing. Woke up the next morning, and I was like, holy crap.
Yeah.
Think that the nerves may have started to get to OKC. I mean, this is a team of young bloods. And they have, they haven't been in this situation before. So, I'm just interested to know what your thoughts are on this matchup.
You got OKC, and I believe they had the best record in the league, right? Pretty sure, yeah. And that game one, it's a clash of two different types of teams.
Yeah.
That I think game two is really what's going to have to be the measuring stick for what the rest of the series goes. Because if the Pacers pull out a win again, then I think OKC's in a lot of trouble. But
yeah.
If you look, like, points off of turnovers themselves, everything else, like, OKC probably should have lost that game really bad. But to only lose by 1 point, maybe OKC did a whole lot better than we thought. And I think we could see the result that probably should have happened tomorrow night.
A bounce back game tomorrow night. That's what you're thinking?
That's what I'm thinking. We might see like an 8, 9, 10 point win.
You think it's going to be that big?
I think it's going to be that big.
Oh, sugar honey iced tea.
If they don't turn over and they don't allow those points off turnovers, yeah. I think we're going to see OKC say, "This is who we really are."
That would definitely make for even up this series would definitely make it exciting, and that they would have to. I'm going to go with you on this one. Also, I do believe that OKC will take game two, but I think it's going to be by a slimmer margin than what you're saying. Big shout out to both coaches. They managed. I even with the loss and everything, I feel like both coaches managed their teams very well considering the circumstances. Like I said, very unfamiliar territory for all of these players. And the first quarter, you could tell that the nerves were definitely there. Lots of turnovers on both sides, very low scoring for like the most part of the first quarter. And, to be able to get a hold of your team, kind of right the ship and get back to business, I just had to tip my hat off to both coaches on that.
Yeah. Providing really good quality of ball, which sometimes in the playoffs we don't see.
Yeah. So, we're both in agreement. Are you going to go as far as to say take OKC on the spread? Let me see what that spread is, as a matter of fact.
Let's see what that spread is.
Okay, let's take a look here.
Oh, damn.
What is it?
ESPN has it at OKC by 10.5.
Yeah, that's why I said, when you said, 9 or 10 points, I kind of figured as much, because that's what the spread was game one, believe it or not. It was that high. And that's why I kind of flipped it back to you. I mean, do you like that spread, or?
Believe it or not, I don't. I tease it down just a little bit. Like
I'm about to say that 10 points, that's way too much. Outsiders. So we are in agreement here. You might want to take Indiana on the spread. I'm also expecting, since they got that first game in the books and kind of got those jitters out of the way, I'm expecting like the total points to be in the 230s when it's all said and done. So what's that over under, Mark?
Let me see.
I wouldn't be surprised if it was 230.
228.5.
There it is. Take that over, outsiders. Trust me on this. They will get back to business, and I believe that we will see a very fast-paced game. I believe that we will see those turnovers, the total turnovers. I'm talking, and when I say total, I mean both sides put together, to be damn near cut in half. So there you have it. Two very easy money picks from the JABO crew for game two tomorrow. I believe that'll be at, since we're in the finals, I think all of the games are like 8:30, something like that. Yeah, 8 o'clock hour. So, buckle up. I actually think this is going to be a pretty good series. Like you said, they're They're similar, but they have a lot of differences. The one similarity is that they will run up and down on your ass. They run up and down the court. They will do that. They have the youth. They have the athletic ability to do that. And, the thing is, I mean, you get everybody. Well, I can't even say everybody. I'm just talking to OKC specifically. You better figure out how to lock Halliburton down completely the last 3 minutes of the game. Yeah, I'd even go and say the last 5 minutes of the game, goddammit, because, he just cannot – it's just insane what he's been doing. And if you can manage to do that, you'll be able to walk away with this game and tie things up and make it interesting.
Yeah, I couldn't put it any better myself. Like, whatever you got to do, double team, triple team. Like, yeah.
Take that L, and I agree with you. Double team, take that L, put the pressure on somebody else, to make those baskets. Will somebody be able to do that? My man Harkenstein's been stepping up. What's Chet Holmgren? So it's just been put the pressure on some of the others.
Yep.
And I'm sorry, not Harkenstein and Chet Holmgren. Gosh, my Turner and the others to make those baskets. So that's what you got to do if you want to win. Lock him down. Put the pressure on the others to make those clutch baskets because honestly, he's the only one that's been doing it consistently, and I think he really is the only one that can do it. So that's what they got to do, man, to get that thing going. I'm really excited about Game 2 tomorrow. I know you probably are too, and I can't wait to see those see the end result of that. And again, we're taking the Pacers on the spread, over on the points. Easy money picks. All right, so last topic of the show. We're bringing back the booty huff, man. I mean, just when I thought that the Cleveland Browns were the dumbest mugs of the AFC North, here comes Pittsburgh telling everybody to hold their beer. They have settled, and it's official in the books. Aaron Rodgers is a Pittsburgh Steeler. And, for me, it's perfect. I can't stand Aaron Rodgers. I can't stand the Steelers. It goes hand in hand. I can't wait to see this thing crash and burn. Were you shocked about the announcement? I mean, what was your reaction?
I mean, I wasn't shocked because they've been talking for months. It seems like this will he, won't he. And there's some sort of Q&A he did a week or so ago where they had mentioned the Steelers or the Saints, and he pretty much said like there's no way he'd play for the Saints, but he never said no for the Steelers.
Right.
It's funny because like I was thinking, like as we were getting ready to do a show this week, before they announced this, I was thinking, I just want the Steelers to make a decision on their quarterback, Rodgers to make a decision, because then the Ravens have to worry, like, do they have to worry about the Steelers or not? And Rodgers signing with the Steelers means we don't have to worry about them.
Yeah, I would say I think we have our answer on that. I mean, and big props, big ups to Pittsburgh Steelers and everything, because clearly that is where quarterbacks go to die.
Right.
So, you guys keep up the good work, and I guess we'll just all focus on the Cincinnati Bengals this year.
I see, like, in these groups and stuff, people are like, Steelers in the Super Bowl, like...
Right, like, what, are you on that Special K along with Elon? Like, seriously, are you making the magic dust? Like, I see that too, and my mouth dropped open at those comments. And it's not just like some one-offs or sprinkles here and there. There is a serious following of that. And it's just like, what the hell? Were you guys watching the same season I was?
Right, right.
Last year? Like, what the hell?
Oh, damn, I forgot the point I was going to make. No, but, yeah, I just, I don't get it. Oh, yeah, I have a Facebook friend who is
Okay.
a big Steelers fan.
Sure.
And, he was relieved, like, they finally got the whole, like, will he, won't he situated. But even he's saying, there's going to be an 8-win team. Like, he's not expecting anything out of it.
Jesus. I think 8 wins is being generous. I don't know. I mean, we were just talking about the Orioles and, how drama, change, uncertainty, that could tear up a locker room. Not only did they have this quarterback situation, but, people are starting to talk about Mike Tomlin as well. And I'm not necessarily saying Pittsburgh Steelers players, but just as far as, grumblings and, there were a few, over the past couple of years, there have been a few people, and myself included, that's saying that, it might be time to move on from the Mike Tomlin era and bring a fresh new approach. He is one of, if he is not, he's got to be the longest tenured coach in the NFL at this point, right?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, and that's extremely rare in this day and age. So if I could see if they lose their first 3 or 4 games, I could see a lot of things happening as far as that locker room is concerned.
Yeah.
I mean, it's been a frustrating, last year was frustrating for them. The whole quarterback situation, that is frustrating for the players because they want to know who they're dealing with. I don't know Aaron Rodgers. I just, personally, I don't know, he seems to be a pretty decent leader, but I also know that he can be an a-hole at times.
Oh, right, for sure. Yeah. Tripping one of our guys.
Yeah. I mean, let's take a look at their first 4 games here. You got the Jets, and I mean, I'm going to be honest. This could possibly be a toss-up game, because, I mean, you've got a quarterback who's on the end of his career going against his former team who I know they are licking the chops to whoop his ass first game of the season. So that's going to be very interesting. Tough game against Seattle. That's going to be tough. I'm not really too sure about the New England Patriots. Let's just say that maybe they can win that game. Okay? Yeah. Then you got another tough game against Minnesota. So you could definitely, I could see a rough start the first 4 games of the season for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And if that does happen, like I said, I mean, that just opens you up to risk for a lot of other things behind the scenes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But, at the end of the day, one of the most interesting moves of the offseason, and it's, you never want better for your enemy, but I just thought that they would do better. You know what I'm saying?
Right, yeah.
It's so crazy to me. It's really crazy.
Now, let's say this team starts off 0-4, worst case possible scenario. Does Tomlin get fired? Like, the Steelers are kind of known for not firing people.
Yeah, but see, and this is what I was trying to get at. You know what I mean? Like, okay, you lose your first 4 games. Mike Tomlin is most definitely going to go on the hot seat.
Oh, yeah.
It's not going to be Aaron Rodgers.
Definitely not.
So I do. That's what I believe. I mean, I'm pretty sure there's some people out there that's saying, "Oh man, she's off her rocker," but I mean, it is, to me, it is not far fetched. It's not.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that sooner rather than later, that the attitude may be that we need to make a change. And unfortunately, same as in with the case with the New York Knicks, I mean, coaches get fired. Successful coaches get fired. Coaches get fired for less. I mean, look at Tom Thibodeau. He just took the team to the Eastern Conference Finals and lost his job. Right. I mean, that's just the nature of sports nowadays. So, as much as I hate the Steelers, I am a fan of Mike Tomlin. I do like him. Even though he tried to trip up Jacoby Jones and pull a fast one on us, all that crap, I'm a fan of Mike Tomlin. And, I just think that it is really critical for him and, to come off with a solid start for that team. Because right. I'm telling you, man, you drop those 4 games, all holy hell's going to break loose. I mean, you're already going to be under the microscope the entire season just off of the strength of Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah. I couldn't say
that. Yeah. So that's that. I already alluded to the second booty huff thing of the week, man. What the hell is wrong with the New York Knicks? Firing Tom Thibodeau, I mean, that to me was just absolute disrespectful. And, I really feel bad for this guy, man. I mean, he's just, I thought he did a great job with the team this season.
Yeah.
He brought them back to the glory days, and that's how you repay him? I mean, what the hell is going on out here, man?
I saw some article saying that, they didn't like his management of the team in the finals and didn't use Jalen Brunson properly. But come on, man. You guys got to the finals. The NBA. Right.
I'm about to say, well, then what the hell was he doing to get y'all to that point?
Right.
And that's the thing about being in New York, man. I mean, it's a tough place to be as a player, as a coach. I mean, these psychos are so unforgiving.
Yeah.
Just... short-term memory, whatever you want to call it. But, I'm sorry, man. And I'm going to say it. I think that this is an idiotic move. I do. I think it's dumb. I would at least give this man, one more chance. Hey, you got a season in the books, and you went to the Eastern Conference Finals. You go back, you reevaluate, you make changes.
Yep.
You give this man one more chance. You don't just fire him. I mean, this one was, it's got to be, to me, it's got to be top 3 most egregious firings of all time.
Oh, yeah. And that just allows, someone else to pick him up. So, you just make your job harder.
Yeah. And whoever grabs him.
Yep.
Watch out. That's all I'm going to say. Watch out. And it's just... Man, I just, like I said, I just feel bad for him because that's not, you don't reward your coach for a stellar season by firing him. I mean, but this is the day and age, instant gratification, instant results. If you don't do it all, then we're going to let you go and act like you ain't shit. And that's just nuts to me. I mean, it really is, Mark. I don't know, man. It's crazy.
I've always thought the NBA is really quick on firing coaches anyway, but man, this was a sure shocker.
Yeah, absolutely. And the firing is still kind of fresh. I haven't heard. Have you heard any sentiments from the locker room, from the players? You heard anything about that? It seems like everybody's been pretty tight-lipped.
Yeah.
Yeah. But maybe somewhere down the line, in a few days, maybe some of those things will start to come out.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Surprising, shocking, and yes, Pittsburgh Steelers, New York Knicks, booty, huff.
Yep.
So disappointed in both of you. Before we sign off, you want to do any reel on wrestling?
Yeah, today's a big day for WWE. Tonight they have the Money in the Bank pay-per-view. Always a good pay-per-view. They kind of put up there with like the Big Five now. It's one of the premier events of the year. That's at 7 o'clock. And then actually before that, during WrestleMania weekend, they had announced the purchase of one of Mexico's biggest promotions, AAA. And we see the fruits of that endeavor with Worlds Collide, featuring WWE and AAA talent right there, also in Los Angeles, coming from the same city as Money in the Bank. Couple of crossover talent that are appearing on both shows. But I think both are going to be great. Money in the Bank, if you got a Peacock subscription, you can watch Money in the Bank. Worlds Collide, you can check out live on YouTube. They're not even like making you go through a streamer for that.
Yeah, nice. And was it you that sent me that Halliburton T-shirt thing?
Yeah.
Yeah. You want to speak on that for just a quick few seconds, since we were just talking about it all?
I mean, like I've said in the past, Halliburton's a big WWE fan. He's been at many events, and like him and Jalen Brunson have been on there together, kind of John back and forth, part of the show. I would not be surprised to see them both show up in New York at SummerSlam. But after the Pacers wrapped up their conference finals, they released a T-shirt, kind of a caricature of Halliburton with him doing that choke symbol that he does, and inside of a wrestling ring. You can find it on WWE's shop website. But yeah, pretty cool.
Nice. We love a crossover, right?
Hell yeah. And hey, speaking of crossovers, I just want to mention one more time. 2 o'clock, just an hour from now. Star Wars and Fortnite. The last month has been a Star Wars themed season. It's been a blast. But all good things come to an end, and they're doing their live event. And as a player, you're going to be able to go on the Death Star. You're going to be able to try to stop the Death Star from blowing up the Fortnite Island. I am stoked. I know the boy is. And I know you're not much of a gamer, but you should probably go out and buy a PlayStation right now just to do it.
Come on, you a trip. Hey man, and are you you said you're gonna try to stream something on the show page later on, right?
Yeah, I'm thinking about streaming it live. We'll see.
Okay.
The earlier problems have me kind of discouraged, but I might give it a try. So probably 1:45 if I do go live.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, there you have it, outsiders. Be on the lookout. Hopefully, we can get that thing done for you guys.
Yep.
Have a little bonus content for you guys this weekend.
Hell yeah.
That's great. So we're gonna wrap this thing up. Baltimore, you know how we end this show. It's Pride Month. We talk about sharing the link, sharing the love, but I'm gonna talk about to mankind, to human beings.
Yeah.
Okay. To people. Spread that love, Give hugs. Something is, and one of my favorite sayings is hugs are free. You know what I'm saying, man? So, you never know how something is small as a hug, as a hello, as a, friendly eye contact, how that could just make or break somebody's day. You know what I mean? So, this is a month where love wins, and we want to continue to spread that love and make the world a better place. So get her done. As always, I'm Keisha, and on the other end of the line is my favorite slice of pizza, Mark, man. Miss you so much, dog. And we're just a bit outside. Peace. Have a great weekend.